Hello and welcome to tonight's game between the Eau Claire Immanuel Lancers and the Augusta Beavers. This is Joe Brenthal commentating for you tonight, and this will be the JV game. Varsity will follow, and we will begin shortly within the next 15 seconds or so. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them below in the chat. I will fix it or answer your questions. And to tip off for tonight's game will be Cito, and facing against him will be Millen. Cito wins the tip-off and will go to Quaid. Quaid to Rutz, who will take it the other way for the Lancers. Passes down to Quaid. Quaid out to Plath. Looks for a shot. Decides to come out to Cito. 3 seconds called on Quaid. Lancers running a press to begin. Ball comes in to Simmons. And he'll get it across half court. Looks inside, bounces back out, and then finds Leslin. Then across to Barnett. Gets a screen, goes the other direction though, lays it up, and scores. Barnett, 2. Cito taking it the other way for the Lancers. Cito down to Quaid. To Rademacher. Rademacher is going to drive left, then come out to Cito. Cito goes up for a 2 and scores. Jumper from inside by Cito. Lancers again running a press. Leslin bringing it up this time. Leslin will come across to Simmons. Simmons down to Barnett. Barnett goes underneath to Millen, puts it up twice, missing both times, and then finally rebounded there by Zamora. Taken away by Rutz, and Lancers are taking it the other way. Comes across to Cito. Cito drives inside. Looks to pass back to Plath. Is unable to do so. Passes instead to Rademacher, who will lay it up. Miss. Rebounded by Quaid. Puts it up and misses again. Rebounded by Simmons. Simmons comes across to Barnett. Barnett down to Leslin. Leslin inside there to Zamora. Back out to Barnett. Barnett drives inside, then puts one up. Misses. Tips it back out. Taken away by Cito. Cito taking it the other way for the Lancers. Nobody to guard him. Goes right up in the middle. And then is fouled while taking the shot by Leslin, I believe. And it was Leslin. First personal, teams first. Cito shooting 2. Cito will score the first one. Thorough will come in for the Lancers. He'll come in for Quaid. And Pilgrim will come in for the Beavers. He came in for Leslin. Cito makes his second shot as well, bringing the Lancers up 4-2. Lancers again running a press, and the pass comes into Simmons. Easily takes it across half court. Not too much pressure being put by the Lancers. Gets a screen, tries passing back inside, and then instead has to come out to Pilgrim. Pilgrim down to Barnett. Barnett back out to Simmons. Gets a screen, tries taking it the other way, and has nowhere to go. Looks underneath, nothing there, and then comes out to Klaus. Klaus tries underneath, lays it up, scores, and is fouled. Foul, I believe, was called on Plath, but we'll find out here in a second. It is on Plath. It's Plath's first personal, team's first. And Klaus will score his extra point. Augusta now leads 5-4, up by 1. Rademacher with it for the Lancers. Rademacher goes right side to Plath. Plath looking around, tries driving right side, goes up with it. The ball is tipped out of his hands. Simmons went all the way down with it, then goes up with it after pausing for a little bit. Misses his shot. Millen also took a shot but missed, and it is finally rebounded by Rademacher. Passes down to Cito in the corner. Cito gets a screen, drives high post, then comes out to Plath. Plath driving inside this time, lays it up, misses, rebounded by Thurl, passes out to Plath. Plath out to Rademacher. Rademacher has an open lane, goes up with it, misses as well, and it is rebounded by Klaus. Klaus across to Barnett, who will take it the other way. Barnett tries driving left side, then has to come out to Pilgrim. Back to Barnett. Then across to Klaus, and then down to Simmons again. Simmons driving inside. Passes out to Barnett. Top of the key now for Barnett. Then comes down to Pilgrim. Pilgrim looks inside, takes a shot that comes well short of the basket. Taken by Rademacher for the Lancers. Passes down to Cito. Cito looks to get the roll from Rademacher. Does not get it in time. Passes to Plath. Plath 3, nothing but net. Lancers now up 7-5, leading by 2. Klaus with it. Gets it inside to Simmons. Nice look. And Simmons is fouled. And another foul called on Plath. Second personal, team second. Quaid came in for the Lancers, and Leslin came in for the Beavers. Pass gets into Barnett, just over the hands of Plath. Simmons tries going inside, taken away by Rademacher. Rademacher underneath to Plath. Plath gets blocked, but it goes out on Augusta. Radical comes in for Plath. Roots to pass in. Roots will get it into Radical. Radical across to Rademacher. And Rademacher will lose it out of bounds. Must have gone off Leslin, though. Leslin or Millen. It remained Lancers ball. Rademacher to pass in. Skip pass to Radical. Radical to Rademacher. To Roots. Roots tries left side. Goes up with the ball. Is blocked. Regains possession. Passes out to Rademacher. Rademacher inside to Radical. Radical with a hook shot. Misses that. Rebounded by Millen. Pass comes out to Simmons. Simmons gets the screen, drives right side corner, and then is stopped. Passes to nobody, and into the bench it falls. Lancers will regain possession. Cito to pass in for the Lancers. He gets it into Roots, back to Cito, who take it up the court for the Lancers. Down to Rademacher. Gets it inside to Quaid. Quaid puts it up and in for the Lancers. Lancers now lead 9-5, up by 4. Simmons with it for Augusta. And a foul is called on Quaid. First personal, team's third. And the timeout was called by the Beavers. Leslin to pass in for Augusta. And he'll get it in to Simmons. Back to Leslin. Lance is down to 1-3-1. To Simmons again. Skip pass down underneath the Kloss. Comes back up to all the way around back to Kloss. And that was Barnett with a few shots there and is finally fouled. Does not make the shot, but will be shooting 2. And foul will be called on Quaid. Second personal, team's 4th. Barnett makes his first. Carsonson comes in for Quaid. Barnett shooting 1 more. Can make his second as well. Score is now 9-7. Lancers leading by 2. Rademacher with it for the Lancers. Rademacher across to Cito. Cito drives left side, goes in with it, then comes out to Radical. Back to Cito. Leslin taking him away. Passes to Kloss. Kloss tries to come across to Simmons, almost taken away there by Rutz. Simmons to pass in. Gets it into Barnett. Comes across to Leslin. Simmons to Leslin again. To Simmons. Underneath the Kloss. Puts it up. Misses. Rebounded there by Cito. And a foul will be called on Kloss. Second personal, team's 3rd. And Schrader will come in for Kloss. Rademacher take it up the court for the Lancers. 8:50 left to play in the first half. Rademacher goes down underneath to Carsonson. Back up to Cito. Sorry, to Rutz. Rutz 3, no good. Rebounded there by Barnett. Barnett goes inside, then comes out to Leslin. Leslin looks 3-0 there, comes across to Simmons. To Leslin again. To Simmons. Simmons gets it down underneath. Then has to try and come back out to Simmons, taken away by Plath. Plath comes across to Rademacher. Rademacher drives inside, then pass out to Cito. Cito open 3. Nothing but net for Cito. Lance is now at 5, 12-7. Simmons with it. Simmons comes out, then back into Barnett. Barnett with the drive, misses his shot, rebounded there by Cito. Cito comes out to Rademacher, takes a jump shot, deep, misses, ball is tipped, and then finally rebounded there by Barnett. Barnett skip pass across to Simmons. Back to Leslin. To Simmons again. To Leslin. Leslin open 3. Misses to the left. Rebounded there by Rademacher. Rademacher out to Cito. Cito will take it across half court. Comes down to Carsonson. Out to Rademacher. Inside to screen from Plath. Well, Plath rolled off a screen, sorry. Should have specified there. And Plath to score a layup. Simmons with it. Comes across to Leslin. Lance is still on a 1-3-1. Back to Simmons. Comes down underneath to Schrader. Hands it out to Simmons. Looks inside. Nothing there. Comes out to Leslin again. Back to Simmons. Down in the corner to Schrader. Tries driving baseline. Has nothing there and loses the ball. Stolen by Cito. Pass to Rademacher. And a 30-second timeout called by the Lancers. Score is now 14-7. Lancers lead by 7. 6:13 left to play in the first half. Rutz into Rademacher, who will take it up the court for the Lancers. Rademacher to Rutz. Rutz hits Rademacher off the roll, and he'll score. Lancers now up 16-7. Simmons with it. To Leslin. To Simmons again. Then down underneath. Tries getting it out. Taken away by Rademacher. Rademacher head to Wales. Wales down the corner to Plath. Plath to drive baseline and is shoved out of bounds by Schrader. That'll be Schrader's first personal, team's fourth. Plath cuts it into Wales. Wales out to Rademacher underneath to Carstensen. Carstensen takes a shot and misses. Tries to rebound but is tipped away from him and finally rebounded there by Grimm. Ball gets passed underneath to Grimm. Then back out to Barnett. Barnett 3 comes off the front of the rim, rebounded there by Rademacher. Rademacher skip pass across to Plath. Plath will lay one up and in. 5 minutes left. Lancers now up 18-7, leading by 11. Barnett with it. Goes down underneath to Leslin, back to Barnett. Tipped away by Plath, taken by Rademacher. Was the pass over to Simmons. Pass ahead to Plath, and the pass is too far ahead of him. He'll lose it out of bounds. Pretty close game for the Lancers early in the first half. And then as soon as they started running the 1-3-1, the Beavers have had a lot of trouble. Simmons, deep 3, no good. Rebounded by Rutz. Rutz across to Plath. Plath tries getting it underneath to Sito, back to Plath. To Thorough, who will score for the Lancers. Barnett taking it the other way. Barnett goes underneath to Leslin. Then up to Simmons. Simmons across to Barnett. Underneath now to Kloss. Drives inside, passes underneath. Then pass out to Simmons. Simmons tries driving. Misses his shot. Rebounded by Kloss though. Kloss will put it up. And he'll score. Finally finding a way inside. Kloss did 20-9. Lancers lead by 11. Rutz with it. Ball is tipped away, regains possession, passes out to Plath. Plath to Wales. Taken away by Simmons. Foul is called on Wales. It'll be Wales' first personal, team's fifth. Kloss will miss his first. Sorry, not Kloss. Simmons will miss his first. Quaid and Sito come in for the Lancers. And Millen comes in for Augusta. Simmons shooting one more. He'll miss this one. Rebounded by nobody. Thorough tipped it out. 3:28 left to play. Simmons to pass in. Tries to get it in, taken away by Cito. Cito goes around, comes high post, and comes to Quaid. Quaid underneath to Thorough. Thorough takes a dribble, lays it up, misses, tips it out though, and then rebounded there by Leslin. Leslin taking it the other way for Augusta. Leslin across to Simmons. Beavers obviously uncomfortable in this position. They don't really know what to do with it appears like, and they've lost possession on every single time the Lancers have run a 1-3-1 without scoring except once. Comes down underneath to Millen, then back out to Leslin, then to Barnett. Barnett across to Simmons. Simmons comes down to Klaus. Klaus tries driving baseline. And a foul is called on oh goodness, why can't I remember his name? Cito, that's his name. Whoops. First personal team, 6th. Simmons gets it into Barnett. Barnett out to Leslin. Back to Barnett, tipped away by Rademacher. Regained though. Pass down the corner to Simmons. Back up to Barnett again. Then across to Leslin. Tries to get Barnett on the roll. Does not get it. Passes to Simmons. Then inside to Barnett. And another foul is called, this time on Thorough. First personal team, 7th, and a 1-and-1 will be taken by Barnett. Barnett will make his first. 3 for 3 on free throws so far. And now 4 for 4 on the night. Lancers still lead by 9, 20-11. 2:04 left to play in the first half. Cito with it for the Lancers. Comes down to Rademacher. Rademacher gets screened, doesn't take it, passes instead to Rutz. Rutz goes inside, lays it up. Mistimes it though. Rebounded there by Barnett. Skip pass down underneath. Tries to save it, but loses it out of bounds. Rademacher into Rutz, who take it the other way for the Lancers. Rutz comes down to Rademacher. Rademacher hands it off to Cito. Cito driving left side. Gets it across to Rademacher, top of the key. Drives inside high post. Comes back out to Cito. To Quaid. Back to Cito. Driving high post and comes underneath to Quaid. Quaid goes up with it. Misses. Rebounded by Thorough. And Thorough is fouled by Millen. It'll be his first personal, team's 4th. Plath comes in for Thorough. Minute 8 left to play. Lancers up by 9, 20-11. Rademacher passes into... Cito passes into Rademacher, who will score. Lancers now up 22-11. Leslin comes across to Simmons. Back to Leslin. And a travel. There we go. Stutter step. 47 seconds. Cito into Rademacher. Rademacher skip pass down to Plath. Plath up to Cito. To Rademacher. Inside to Quaid. Goes up with it and scores. Lancers now up 24-11, 30 seconds. Barnett with it for Augusta. Comes across to Simmons, who wasn't really paying attention. Saved, though. Simmons with it, lays it up, rolls around, and misses. Misses again and rebounded by Cito. Shot was taken by Millen. And a foul will be called on Simmons. First personal, now team's fifth. Cito to pass into Rademacher. They're going to look to score here. Picked up by Rademacher. 10 seconds. Rademacher driving left, passes to Rutz. Now 5 seconds. Plath puts it up, misses. And I can no longer see. To Rutz. Rutz, fadeaway three, comes up short. And that'll end the first half, 24-11. Lancers leading by 13 going into the first half. And we will see you on the other side in approximately 6 minutes. Hello and welcome back to tonight's game between the Eau Claire Magnificent Lancers and the Augusta Beavers. Lancers led going into the half 24-11, up 13, and we will begin shortly within 20 seconds or so. Also, if you guys could let me know if you can actually hear me. I mean, if you respond, I assume you can hear me, but there was a comment saying, asking if there was sound. So if anybody can hear me, tell me that they can. It'll be Augusta's ball to start off the second half, sorry. And the ball comes into Leslin. Leslin going left wing. Lancers in a 1-3-1. Comes down underneath to Millen. Millen will go up with it. Misses his shot. Rebounded there by Quaid after being tipped. Quaid skip pass down to Plath. And it'll bounce off Klaus's shoe and out. Or not. Might have hit Plath before it went out. Simmons to bring it up this time for Augusta. And carry call. Ruts into Rodemacher. Rodemacher down underneath to Carstensen. Fakes a shot, then comes up to Rodemacher. Then across to Plath. Plath to Rutz. Rutz sweeps, comes left side. And Rutz will step out before he gets back into Carstensen. And it'll be Augusta's ball. Simmons to Leslin, who will now take it out for Augusta. Leslin comes to Klaus. Klaus underneath to Millen. Millen goes up with a shot and scores. Millen for 2. Rademacher down to Plath. Plath across to Rutz. Rutz will drive high post, then come back out to Rademacher. Rademacher stepping back. Goes underneath to Carstensen, wide open, who will score. Score is now 26-13. Lancers still leading by 13, 14-33 left play in the second half. Leslin with it for Augusta. Leslin comes into Barnett. Tipped out of his hands from behind by Plath. Plath to Quaid. Quaid to Rademacher. Gets a screen. Comes across to Plath. Plath to Rutz. Rutz open 3. And hits it. Lancers are up 29-13, leading by 16. Leslin with it again for Augusta. Comes inside to Barnett. Then out to Leslin again. Barnett. Skip pass across to Leslin. Down underneath. And then back to Leslin. To Simmons. Simmons takes a jump shot around high post. Misses just right. Rebounded there by Rutz. Rutz underneath to Plath. Plath goes back the other way. Passes to Rutz. Rutz open 3. 2 times in a row. No good. Rebounded there by Quaid. Quaid will put it up and in for him, though. Quaid now with 6 points on the night. Lancers now up 31-13. Simmons is it this time for Augusta. Looks to penetrate inside. Decides otherwise and comes out to Klaus. Klaus, 3. No good off the under the rim. Rebounded there by Quaid. Quaid looking for a breakaway layup. Goes up with it. Misses, but is fouled. Foul is called on Klaus. That is his second personal, team's first of the half. Quaid shooting 2 for the Lancers. Guido misses first. Misses second as well. Rebounded by Plath, who's going to put it up and is fouled. This time the foul, I believe, will be called on Millen. Yes. Millen's second personal, team second of the second half. Plath to pass in. Plath will miss his first. Plath will shoot one more. And make that one. Plath 1 for 2 in the night for free throws. Lancers now up 32-13. Simmons with it for Augusta. Gets it across to Leslin. Back to Simmons. To Leslin again. Passes across, taken away by Plath. Plath will slow it down and wait for the Lancers. Plath then drives in, tipped away by Kloss. And did it remain the Lancers' ball? Interesting. Okay, Ritz to pass in for the Lancers. Gets it into Quaid. And it'll again remain the Lancers' ball. Quaid to pass in. Quaid will get it into Rutz. Rutz comes top of the key, then comes out to Plath. Plath to Rademacher. Nothing on the cut inside from Rutz. Passes underneath to Carstensen though. Out to Plath, high post. He'll dribble back out to the top of the key, then drive right side. Comes out to Rademacher. Goes inside, then passes out to Rutz. Rutz open 3. Misses that. Now 1 for 3 on his threes tonight. Rebounded by Carstensen. Pass to Quaid. Quaid out to Plath. Has an open 3. Decides not to take it. Passes to Rademacher. Rademacher will put it up and score. Rademacher now with 6. 36-13 now. Or is it 34? They haven't changed the scoreboard, if they have, and I just thought we were at 34 before. Looks like we're staying at 34. Pass comes back across to Simmons. Simmons open 3, rolls around the rim and out. Rebounded there by Millen. Back out to Simmons. Simmons. Jumping pass out to Kloss. Kloss lays it up. Misses. Rebounded by nobody. And the ball will fall out on Kloss. Ritz pass in for the Lancers. 11:02 left to play in the last half. Rademacher with it for the Lancers. Gets it into Brandel. Brandel to Rademacher. Comes underneath to Rutz. Rutz open and scores his layup. Rutz now with 5. Now 36-13. Ball comes down to Barnett. Barnett across to Simmons. Simmons underneath to Kloss. Kloss tries baseline, goes up against Quaid, overshoots. Ball comes to Millen. Misses his shot. Rebounded there by Leslin, who will finally put it in. Rademacher across to Brandel. Brandel open 3. Comes up short. Rebounded there by Barnett. Almost gets the ball taken away from him by Plath. To Leslin. Then it does get taken away by Plath and rolls across. Picked up again by Leslin. To Simmons. Simmons underneath to Millen. Millen takes a shot. Misses just a little bit long. And knocks off Quaid. Timeout is called by Augusta. Full timeout. We'll have 2 subs come in for them after this. It'll be Zamora and Pilgrim. I believe one for the Lancers is coming in, but I did not see that. I mean, I did, but I just didn't take note of who it was. Again, the score is 36-15. Lancers lead, 9:48 left to play in the last half. And we did get a sub in for the Lancers. That is Thompson. Not sure who he came in for. Pass comes in to Barnett, then to Simmons in the corner. Then across to Leslin, to Barnett, open three. Misses just right. I was going to say left. Barnett with it inside, lays it up, and scores. Barnett for two. Barnett now has 8, 4 of them free throws. Rademacher gets a screen, drives left side, then passes to Thompson. Thompson to Brandel. Brandel comes back out to Thompson. Almost taken away there by Simmons. Thompson then to Quaid. Quaid drives right side, goes up with it. And no foul is called. Leslin knocks it out. It will remain Lancer's ball underneath. Plath to pass in. Plath to get it into Brandel. Brandel underneath to Rademacher. Steps back, then passes to Plath. 8:50 left to play. Plath across to Brandel. Looking to drive right side, then comes back out to Rademacher. Rademacher top of the key. Gets it into Plath, high post. Plath to Quaid. Quaid looks three, passes instead to Thompson. Thompson drives high post, then takes a jump shot. Misses, rebounded by Plath. Plath will put it back up, misses, rebounded by Zamora. To Simmons, who will take it up the court for Augusta. Simmons driving inside, lays it up, misses, and a foul is called on Rademacher. Rademacher's first personal, team's first of the half. Simmons shooting two. You'll miss his first. Makes his second, however. Score now 36-18. Lancers lead, 8:18 left to play. Rademacher with it for Lancers. Comes across to Thompson. Thompson drives left. Passes out to Plath. Plath across to Brandel. Inside to Thorough. Thorough will lay one up. Misses, rebounded by Thompson. Ball is on the floor, and a jump ball is called. It'll remain the Lancers ball. Plath to pass in. Plath gets it into Thorough. Just missing the pass, otherwise he might have scored there. To Rademacher. Rademacher underneath to Thompson. Thompson with a short jumper. Misses. Rebounded there by Leslin. Goes all the way down to Barnett. Misses his shot, but a foul is called on Brandel. Brandel's first personal, team second. Barnett shooting two. Make his first. 5 for 5 on free throws on the night. Wales comes in for Rodemacher. Barnett shooting one more. He'll miss this one. Taken away by Thompson. I'm not sure how that is the Lancers' ball, but it is. Wales to pass in. He'll get it into Plath. Plath goes underneath to Brandel. Brandel to Thompson. To Thorough. To Brandel. To Thompson. Looking three. No good. Takes a jump shot from high post. Missing that. Rebounded and passed out to Barnett. To Simmons. Simmons down in the corner to Pilgrim. Misses his shot long. Leslin saves it from going out of bounds. Taken by Simmons. Simmons to Leslin. Then down underneath to Barnett. To Simmons. Takes a jumper from deep. Missing. And a foul will be called on Wales. That is his second personal, team's third. Roots and Radical now in for the Lancers. Radical gets it into Roots. Back to Radical. Then back to Roots. And he'll cross half court. Comes across to Wales. Wales is tripped up. Pass comes ahead to Simmons. Simmons lays it up and in. And the timeout is called by the Lancers. 36-21 is the score. Lancers leading by 15. 6:24 left to play in the last half. Roots passing, gets it into Radical. Back to Roots. Roots ahead to Wales. Wales underneath to Thorough. Thorough will put one up and score. So I don't think the foul was called on Wales because the Lancers have the ball. But they also didn't add a foul for the other side either. So I'm not entirely sure what was called underneath before the timeout. Leslin with it for Augusta. Comes high post, then back out to Simmons. Simmons skip pass underneath to Leslin. Good look. Leslin misses though. Rebounded there by Radical. Radical out to Thompson. Back to Radical. Stop short comes to Thorough. And the foul will be called on Simmons after he vaults Thorough. Second personal, team's fourth of the half. Pass comes into Thompson. Thompson steps out. Simmons with it. for Augusta. Simmons underneath to Millen. Millen takes a shot and scores. Pass comes into Roots. Roots will make it across half court. Skip pass comes to Thompson. Saved by Wales. Nope, not saved by Wales. Rademacher and Carstensen in for the Lancers. 38-23, Lancers lead. 5 minutes left to play. Leslin with it. Gets it inside to, I don't remember his name, Kloss, that's what it is. Misses a shot rebounded by Carstensen. Out to Thompson. Thompson across to Roots. Roots to Radical. To Thompson. Underneath to Carstensen. Carstensen put it up, missed, rebounds his own shot. Tries passing out, rebounded there taken away by Leslin. Leslin then comes across to Simmons. Simmons takes a deep shot, bounced off the rim twice, off the backboard and in. Augusta again running press, rebounded by Radical. Timeout to Rademacher. Miller shouting, sorry, not Miller. Albrecht to the coach, shouting timeout 3 times. Doesn't get the timeout. Lancers do make it across half court in time, though. Roots with it now. Roots down to Rademacher. Rademacher jump shot. Bounce off the rim, missed, rebounded by Carstensen, puts it up, missed, rebounded by Thompson. Passes out and is fouled. Foul is called on Leslin. That is his second personal, team's 5th of the half. Thompson shooting 2. Though I believe it was a pass he was attempting to make, but Thompson scores his first. And his second. Leslin taking it the other way. 3:50 left to play. Lancers up 40-26. Leslin across to Simmons. Back to Leslin. To Simmons again. To Leslin. Goes to the corner. Pass underneath. Then to Kloss. Takes a 3. Misses just inside. Rebounded there by Grimm. Puts it back up and is fouled. Misses the shot, however. Did not hear the foul, who the foul was called on. Wait for the board here. And it was called on Thompson. Be his first personal. Team's 3rd. And Grimm makes his first. And he'll be shooting 1 more. Quaid came in for Thompson on the Lancer side. Grimm misses his second, rebounded by Carstensen. Passes out to Quaid, taken away by Simmons, who will score. Pass comes into Roots, taken away again to Simmons, who lays it up and in. Pass comes all the way down to Radical, wide open, fouled and scores. Foul is called on Grimm. This is first personal, team 6th. Radical will be shooting 1. He will make that. Lancers now up 43-31, up by 12. Simmons with it. Comes across to Leslin. Down in the corner to Schrader. And he'll score 2. Skip pass again down to Radical. Taken away. Pass comes ahead to Simmons. And the foul is called on Roots. Timeout is called by Augusta. It'll be Roots' first personal, team's fourth.
As a reminder, tonight is Parents' Night, so at the end of the game, we will be introducing parents and players. If parents could head towards the north hallway at the end of the game, we appreciate it.
Shortly following this game will be the varsity game, so hopefully most of you can stick around for that. Simmons to pass in. Gets it into Leslin. Coming high post and gets it out to Simmons. Simmons deep three. Nothing but net for Simmons. Coming out to Plath. Plath ahead to Quaid. Quaid to go up with it, and foul is called before he shoots. Foul is called on Grimm. Second personal, team seventh. And Quaid will be shooting a 1-on-1. Zamora coming in for Grimm. Quaid will miss, rebounded by Roots. Roots will put it up, miss, rebounded by Carstensen, out to Quaid. Fakes a three, comes out to Plath. Plath to Rademacher. Ball is almost taken away. Pass across to Roots. Ball is almost taken away again. Comes to Rademacher. Rademacher across to Plath. Decides not to take the three. Down to Rademacher, to Carstensen, to Roots again. And a foul is called on Simmons. Third personal, team's eighth. Roots will be shooting a 1-on-1. Score is 43-36. Lance is up by a narrow 7. 1:54 left to play in the last half. Roots shooting 1-on-1. Roots will make that, and we'll shoot one more. Make his second as well. Puts the Lancers up by 9. Simmons does it for Augusta. Back to Leslin. Down the corner to Barnett. Skip pass across, gets tipped away, taken by Quaid. Quaid out to Plath, then to Rademacher. Gets it tipped away from him, and then is fouled by Leslin. Leslin's third personal, team's 9th. Rademacher is shooting a 1-on-1. Rademacher makes his first. And we'll shoot one more. Rademacher will miss his second. Rebounded there by Zamora. Pass out to Leslin. Minute 28 now. Comes down to Kloss. Out to Simmons. Skip pass across to Leslin. Taken away by Rademacher. Rademacher ahead to Plath. Plath lays it up and in for the Lancers. Barnett with it. Barnett deep three. Nothing but net for Barnett. Plath trying to get it across. Gets it to Quaid. and is immediately fouled by Kloss. Third personal, team's 10th, and Quaid will be shooting a double bonus. Score is 48-39. Lancers leading by 11. That's not right. By 9. Quaid misses his first. Misses his second as well. Rebounded and passed out to Kloss. Kloss goes up with a shot and scores. Down to Plath. To Rademacher. And timeout is called by the Lancers. 42 seconds. Lancers lead by 7. Lancers do have a double bonus though, so if they are fouled, they'll be shooting 2 every time from this point forward. It'll be the Lancers' ball. Comes into Plath. Plath ahead to Rademacher. Back to Plath. To Roots, but is fouled before that. Foul is called on Simmons. 4th personal. Team's 11th. Plath shooting 2. Plath will make his first. 2 for 3 on free throws so far for tonight. And now 3 for 4. Lancers go at 50-41, up by 9, 30 seconds. Barnett with it. Barnett seeming to take his time. Comes across to Simmons. Still nothing there. Simmons looks for an open 3, doesn't take it. Gets to Barnett. Barnett 3, no good. Rebounded by Carstensen. Pass to Rademacher. And is fouled by Kloss. His 4th personal, team's 12th. Rademacher will be shooting 2, 13 seconds left to play. We're going to get a lot of subs in for both sides. Rademacher will miss his first, and here come in all the subs. Thorough, Thompson, Radical, and Brandel all come in for Lancers. And Hoff, Grimm, Millen, and Schrader all come in for Augusta. Rademacher shooting 1 more. Rademacher will miss. Rebounded there by Schrader. Take it down the court. 8 seconds. Goes inside, lays it up, blocked. Rebounded there by Pilgrim. Takes a shot, misses, but is fouled. Foul, I believe, is called on Thompson. It is. It's called a 2nd personal, team's 5th of the half. Pilgrim shooting 2. He'll miss his first. Shoot one more. Make his second throw. Lancers have 3 seconds to get off the clock. Rademacher in to Brandel. To Rademacher, and that'll end it. So the Lancers take the JV game 50-42, winning by 8. And that'll be it. So thank you all for watching, and hopefully you can join me for the varsity game coming in approximately 10 to 15 minutes. If not, have a good night and see you next time.